So finally, we got another fucking Akame chapter. It took a while after, you know, like chapter 60. I mean, seriously, guys, I know this is a hard thing, like when it comes to like translating, but it's like even if you're expecting it, like, because I know you people do, like, for God's sake, we're fucking 2 chapters behind again, and this is the reason why a lot of people are losing interest in this series. Not to mention like the last like 2-3 chapters, because I'm gonna straight admit, like, those last 2 maybe 3 chapters were like, you know, there wasn't really too much to really say about on those chapters, and it's just like, even still, it's like, we're losing like quite a lot of interest in the series. And I mean, I'm gonna say it straight up, guys, like that. I mean, yeah, I feel like some of the stuff that we've been getting is pretty bad for like the past like 4 chapters, which is pretty much inexcusable for like a lot of monthly series. But I'm gonna be straight up, I fucking really enjoy this series. In fact, I would go to the point, like I said, I love like pretty much everything like during the like, I'd like say 50, like in like the late 50s and stuff. Like, I thought that shit was absolutely great. Like maybe like the 50s, I absolutely love it. Don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy this series like with my heart, and I really do can't wait to like collect all of it, and I am definitely going to do that, and I am going to keep it true. But seriously, people are losing interest in the series because, you know, you ain't keeping translated with that. You know, after you get through for a few bad chapters, it's just like, so like seriously, like whoever's like fucking translating it, step your fucking game up, man. Like seriously, like at least an update or something would be anything, because we haven't heard anything, no roars, no nothing, and you know, I'm tired of bitching about that whole thing, because I've done that pretty much like with last like month's chapter with all this talking, but it's like, let's just get onto it. So from the start of this chapter, like, stuff is getting crazy with like Tatsumi. As you see that the Incursio is just pretty much transforming his face, like it's half like dragon. It's just like, even after one using this, like saying like, oh, he could like at least handle 4 more translation, he's like, my body's getting eaten in the inside, like I don't know what to do. Like, and that's the thing, when you see like how Akame and Leone just react, it's just like, you know what, who cares what you look, you know? And he started losing, like he was getting a bit upset. He's like, yo, sis, Akame, like, he's like, oh well, I guess you're just a dragon like that. It's like, well, we'll just have to blow your smithereens and you turn into a fallout dragon and just fucking lose it. Because of that, he had the will to actually start like transforming himself back even after like everything. So you still see like his face is sort of like partially transformed, like you see like a part of his cheek is just like there, and his eye. So like obviously it's like, it isn't like a full like transformation, but it's like, if he keeps going down this road, he is ending up going to like lose his like full body at this point. Like, I mean, he even if he uses it this many more times, then he's only got like 4 more attempts at it, and it's just like, you know what? That's why they just the agenda just passed like Akame in the paper saying, you need to go in, like, you know, the Imperials and that, we need to take you out, these motherfucking Imperials like that. We've got the rebel army going in there, taking on the Imperial capital. We need you there now. Take out a bunch of high-ranking generals as much as you can. And it's like, one thing that's interesting about this is like, as we go now, I swear to God, she's just become even more broken than we did last time, because she's just like, oh, I can create ice. Yeah, no shit. To the point where she's just creating ice, like, particles around her, just so she can float right along with her. She's even getting to, like, she's not on the level of, like, flying, of, like, you know, what other people is, but she can, like, do it in a way where it's, like, looking, like, all fancy. Like, she's pretty much a goddess at this point. I mean, I accept that with looking at that. I mean, she's, you know, pretty hard, but it's, like, even still, she's there. It's just, like, looking down on all those falls and just, like, you really want to try this, like, going against that. And just the, like, with the, it was cute, like, how, like, all the Imperials are there with their Tegus, and, like, they were like, oh, I've got like an arrow that will hit you anywhere, and just like Esdeath just breaks it just easy, and it's just like, she just drops like a meteorite just down of icicles, absolutely destroys him. It's like, I shall grace you with the trump card, I've been perfecting you rebel army scum. Like, she's just there, just to fucking like, just to absolutely body them. It's like, honestly, it's at this point, like I said, with like Tatsumi last time, he's the only one that can take her on, because I don't feel like Akame, well, unless it's kind of like how the anime kind of went with it, but then as well, I don't want to say too much about the anime ending of that, because, you know, it could be a completely different thing. If Akame could do anything like what she did in the anime, then maybe, but to the point where, like, she can fly, like, you know, even still, like, they've got these powerful-ass weapons, like, she can't fucking fly, like, what Esdeath is, well, more, like, technically floating, and just, like, the rest of the chapter, we just get seeing, like, Kurome just fucking killing and taking the shit out of everyone. You got to see like Wave was just holding down guys, and then just Akame just comes in out of nowhere with just this row killing everyone with just no shit given. I mean, that's the thing. She was thinking like she was worrying about like, you know, Tatsumi and Leone, but that all changes when I put the kill switch on, and she just murders a bunch of these generals. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty damn excited for like the next chapter whenever we fucking get it. It's like we see like, you know, Akame like there versus Wave. I'm like, this is a fight I actually wanted to see that we never got to be fair, I feel like this should be Tatsumi's fight, that he should be fighting this guy, and it's like, damn, this is a pretty, you know, fierce battle. I mean, it's honestly showing like the progression. I feel like the pacing in this one is like definitely getting into the final stuff. I mean, we're getting Wave just straight out of the next chapter. I wouldn't be surprised if like he gets, you know, that fight finishes in the next chapter. Like, honestly, like, it seems like an interesting fight with him because, like, from what we've seen with his one, like, you know, his armor, like, and definitely, like, Akame can't pierce that. So I'm kind of curious, like, wondering about how that fight's really going to progress down. But apart from this, this was a lot better chapter than what we have been getting. This is the best chapter that we've had so far since the anime has ended. Well, actually, I'll say that because there was also those Mine chapters as well that were fucking amazing. So I'd like to give this one a solid like 8 to an 8.5. It was a really good chapter, like some great development with Tatsumi starting to fight off with like Wave and Akame. Not to mention as well, just seeing like Esdeath has just evolved yet again into just a fucking icy goddess. Like you just can't stop Esdeath at all. Like she's just a monster. And you know, like I said, guys, I love the series. You know, I really do. Like I do have a big passion for it, and you know, I do want this stuff to get concluded. But so we'll have to see, you know, what's going to happen, hopefully. But that's all for me. I want to thank you very much for watching. Like, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll catch you guys next time.